I just want you to know
Mm-hmm.
we're unmuted now.
It's okay.
So don't say
Don't you say.
anything incriminating.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mamakusa.
That is not what he said, by the way.
It is what he said.
He said.
No, he said that.
He said.
He said exactly what he said. Mama say, Mama sa, Mamakusa. Ain't no saying, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not going to stop. That is BS from the pits of hell.
From the pit?
Yes.
I don't know if.
I know.
So
I know.
you was there with Mike when he was writing
Yes.
the lyrics.
Yes, I was.
And he said, say it again.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mamakusa. 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 Mama say, Mama sa, Mamakusa.
And you're sure that's what he said?
Yes. I am sure.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Trapper Live. This is
Trapper
the Tech Trapper Live
Live.
with your host Aaron Reed, aka the Tech Trapper, and of course the lovely and beautiful Dominique Danielle,
Hey.
aka Sweetie, aka Dominique Unscripted. How you guys doing out there? You know, I've been requested to start this live earlier, and I try to.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
I went live earlier, so he could go live early.
I try to start this live earlier every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or just day that I go live. And no matter how early I start to set up, and the sad part is, the majority of the time, everything is set up. I just have to plug like a camera in or something. I can't seem to start before 8:30, 8:45. What does that say about me?
I don't know.
You know what's also alarming, sweetie? Is that I go back to work this week.
You're so excited, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's alarming that I'm setting my alarm in preparation to get up on time, and every day I have missed the alarm.
No, you didn't miss it this morning.
Well, what happened?
You heard it, and you cut it off.
So why you didn't wake me up?
'Cause I went back to sleep.
But you knew I set the alarm to get up, all right? And then and you should have said, "Sweetie, honey, your alarm went off. It's time to get up." You could have went back to sleep.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Please do.
If I so in fact hear it, I will definitely wake you up.
19 years today.
Yes, sir. 19 years.
I count on you.
I've got you, babe.
I count on you to make sure I'm up.
Do you?
I make sure you're up.
Mm-hmm. So I've never made sure you was up.
I didn't say that.
That's what I heard. That's definitely what I heard.
All right. So how y'all doing today?
Sharon, you having a good day?
Of course she's having a good day. You know, I'm having a good day too, but it's that time of year where Houston is a sauna.
It's definitely a sauna. And I'm going to apologize in advance. My allergies are going haywire. So excuse the coughing, the blowing of my nose, and clearing of my throat. I will try to do them best as possible out of the microphone. Okay.
No. So we have a cool show today. Well, I guess it's cool. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about the Kindle Scribe, some things I've really found out within the last couple of days. I've been using it, the Kindle Scribe. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sharon. So I've been using the Kindle Scribe for the last couple of days, and I've always liked the Kindle Scribe. Of course, Sweetie loves the Scribe, and I haven't really been using the new Kindle Scribe Colorsoft as much because it's Sweetie's Kindle Scribe Colorsoft. Even though, if I say, hey, I'm using Scribe, can I use it? She will, of course, let me use it.
Of course.
But the flip side to that is it's like Sweetie's Kindle Scribe. So I haven't really had a chance to just use it a lot as I wanted to take a deep dive into it since I did the last video on the new Colorsoft. But Sweetie has been reading like paper books for some reason. Why have you not been reading on the Scribe for the last couple of days?
I don't think it was just any specific reason why. When I picked up the book in Seattle, I was just like, oh, just let me go ahead and start reading. So it's been a while since I read a paper book too. Not since, did I read Children of Blood and Bone on Kindle? We have the books, but I think I read it on the Kindle. I don't know. I think I just wanted the feel of the book in my hand. And plus I had the Way of the Kings. I don't know.
Well, the other piece is,
and plus they're pretty. And I was just like, let me actually read some of the books, physical books that I have on hand.
but I think a part of it too is you read a lot. You read a lot of books. But before you started making book content, I think you utilized Kindle Unlimited more.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you go on the book hauls and you're doing book content, you have like the book club, and you love Barnes and Nobles.
I love a good bookstore.
You love a good bookstore.
Yes.
You have added to your collection, so you have a lot of paperback books or hardback books or physical books, that you've added to the collection, and it's probably just, oh, let me read it. So
probably that, but if you remember when we first, I've always had a physical book, but then again, reading on some sort of device wasn't a thing. Not really. It was a thing, but not really when we first got together.
Yeah.
It was always a physical book.
So I think you really started using like an e-reader type situation, honestly. Probably, I think when you started flying.
Nope.
Well, you were reading on your phone.
I was reading on my phone because I was using WhatsApp.
Wattpad.
Yeah, Wattpad. Because they had a lot of good books and they were free, and I didn't have to pay for them. Books can, they add up, and when you're not making that much money, hey, free books.
I just think at one point you were reading on your phone a lot, and then it went from the phone to the Fire tablets.
Yep.
And then to the Fire tablets to the Kindle. And then when I got into e-ink and bought the Kindle Scribe,
I was in heaven.
You came home to check it out, and you picked up that Kindle Scribe Gen 1, and it became yours. That's why I had to get the 10.3.
You did.
But
I was in heaven.
You were in heaven. And it's been a wrap ever since. But
yes, sir.
We kind of look at the Kindle Scribe, especially, and I think this is e-ink enthusiast, and I want to get your opinion on this because this is something that you can speak to when a lot of the conversations we talk about with e-ink, I don't think you have a lot of input because it's like some real e-ink enthusiasts. But I think you can kind of speak to this.
Okay.
I think that when we look at e-ink enthusiasts and the conversations that we have in these circles, you have two types of Kindle Scribe users. I think the majority. Do I want to say that? This is just my opinion, so it's not any fact. I'm not trying to say this is fact or whatever. I think the majority of the Kindle Scribe users / Kindle Scribe audience, they're not e-ink enthusiasts. I think they are readers who are e-reader enthusiasts, because I think it's a difference between an e-reader enthusiast and an e-ink enthusiast. They're e-reader enthusiasts who like the Scribe platform for whatever reason. They might like to read on a bigger tablet, because you're one of those people.
I am.
We have a Kindle Paperwhite signature that if I don't use it, it doesn't get used. And I've been on my audiobook kick lately with the physical book that I'm starting after I finish this one. So I haven't really been using the paperwhite that much. And when I do use the paperwhite, I use it for the audiobook. So most of them are e-reader enthusiasts, right?
Yes.
I don't think they come to YouTube for e-ink information. They come to YouTube for e-reader information or Kindle Scribe information specifically. Would you consider yourself an e-ink enthusiast, or you just like to read and you have an e-reader that doubles as a note taker?
I am definitely a e-reader, and I don't even know that I can call myself an e-reader enthusiast. I love my Kindle because I'm very simple when it comes to things like that. When I found something that works for me, it still works for me. It's good. Why change it up? And then with the new things, and I can take my notes. I can write in my book. I can, take notes. I can, especially now with the updates that it has, I can, do these kinds of things. So why switch it up? Now, e-ink, that's a totally different type of enthusiast, okay? And that's you and the rest of the people that are out there. You guys are great, but y'all are techie and e-inky, and I'm just like, and why the name so long? Um, I don't know what this Carter is. I just hear things. It's a lot. I just want to read my book and on occasion take a note or write my book.
See, I thought when you really started working on this new book project that you have,
Mhm.
I really thought that you would kind of adopt using another one of these tablets. Because I even tried to like show you different ones. Because I
Yeah.
in my mind I thought what happened to me would have happened to you, where I got the Scribe and I was cool with the Scribe for like the first couple of weeks, and I'm using it I'm using it as a writer first. You use it as a reader first. I was
Correct.
using it as a writing device first, and I got to a point where it was enough. So I would be lying if I said that the Kindle Scribe wasn't enough. The Kindle Scribe was definitely enough, but I kind of wanted more because I was watching the YouTube. I'm watching these e-ink and e-ink YouTubers like Kit, like Voya, of course, Rod over at Tablet, Rod over at Rant About Tech. And then, that's when I stumbled upon Jeff Moss's platform. And then, of course, stumbled upon Ed and then, eventually Dave. So, but in the earlier stages, I was just watching primarily Rod. And I was like, oh, their tablets did do more. So I assumed I needed more. And that's when I wanted to get more.
See, you and I are, I've said this to you before. You are very um obsessive when
Mm-hmm.
you find things that you like
I
and
can agree.
stuff like that. You so you're gonna look, and it's not a bad thing. You're gonna look and you're gonna find and you're gonna reach and you're gonna research and you're gonna say, oh, but this can do this and this can do that. So, but with me, I'm just like, oh, this is a good e-reader. My page turns fast. I can get to the next page. I can have so many books on this one little device, and this is amazing. This is awesome. I am forgetful. I can just keep this one little thing and not lose my books. This is fantastic. This works for me. Oh, Dominique is going to write a script. Dominique is going to write a book. Oh, I can do this on this too. Cool. I'm good.
And I think that's the majority of Kindle Scribe owners. I think the majority of people who own Kindle Scribe take that position where this linking, these tags, this none. I don't need all of that,
What
right?
do I need a tag for? What do I need? And I guess
Well, it's organization is
it's
what you need it
organization,
for.
and it probably would come in handy. Like today, I was writing on the scribe chapter 9 in my book, and I could not remember the name of one of these evil villain type women that I created in my book from the previous chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am trying to go back and look, and it took me a good minute to find the name of this evil character. So A
But
tag of some sort probably would have helped if I had them listed, all the characters that I've mentioned and placed in the book so far. Um, yeah.
so you're right. But even with that though,
Mm-hmm.
yes, tagging could have helped because every time you create a character and you have that character, and that character, let's say, shows up inside of a chapter or a page, you can definitely tag that page with all the characters who are in that chapter or that piece of writing, which is a good workflow. But also, you don't need a tag for it because if you would have made a character list
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning and stuck it in a notebook or just have a notebook of character development or character lists, you can just go to that notebook and you have your list of characters and their descriptions.
Yep.
Because even if you did tag it, if you didn't remember the name, you're just looking and you see Helen and you don't even realize Helen is the evil witch. So now you got to go just tap on the tags or just go to your global search, your handwriting search, and just search each name until it pops up on the piece of whatever. But what we got in chat? Because I see somebody talking.
Yeah, we have some people who come in and say
Jay,
some
Jay
things.
hates the scribe.
Yes. Hey Sherry. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. And Sharon agrees with you about the Kindle Scribe users. Jay, what do you got going on here? How you doing, Jay? Kindle Scribe for work. Shaking my head, Aaron. Aaron is clearly trying to unalive me.
I'm
Sharon
gonna get
says she has been watching Kid for many years. Once I bought the 2022 Scribe, I jumped into e-ink because I wanted more.
that.
And then Jay says, I don't think the majority of Scribe owners know there are other more powerful options out there, to be honest. It's not e-ink world that markets Scribes. It's Amazon themselves. They don't need YT, etc. YouTubers.
I agree with you, Jay. I agree with that. I agree with everything Jay just said in that comment. I do not think that I think the majority of people who own the Kindle Scribe, they just think the Kindle Scribe is the Kindle Scribe and that's it.
Well, I know better.
You
Because
but
Aaron,
you only know better because I you only know better because I took a deep dive into e-ink.
Yes, you
And
did.
the only reason why, if you want to know the truth, the only reason why I know better is because when I decided I wanted to hop into e-ink, it was Remarkable. Like I knew what Remarkable was before I even decided to get into e-ink. I knew of Remarkable. And once I saw that original YouTube video talking about the Remarkable 2, that's when I started doing my research. I think you were sitting next to me when I went to go buy the Remarkable 2, and that thing still was pushing almost $600. And I was like, yeah, I ain't spending $600 on something I don't even know I'm gonna like. And then we were on Amazon because at this point I'm going to Amazon for everything.
True.
And the Kindle Scribe Gen 1 was there. And this was before, it was the only Scribe out. There was no Gen 2. It was the Gen 1 Kindle Scribe 2022 edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and you, I looked at it like, oh, you can write on this Kindle? Oh, bet. Well, I'm gonna buy this because it's $360 for one, and then secondly, if I don't like it, Sweetie will use it anyway to read.
Very true.
So I didn't know about books. I didn't know about Penstar. Matter of fact, I only knew about Penstar. No, I didn't know about books. I didn't know about Penstar. I didn't know about Supernote. I think AI Paper Platform was still on Kickstarter. There was no iFlyTech. Big Me was around, but I didn't know of anything about a Big Me. And then I only knew Nook was an e-reader because I would see it in Barnes and Noble.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I thought the only e-readers were your iPad or your phone, a Kindle, because everybody knows what a Kindle is.
Oh, but wait.
What?
Sherry says she's had every popular e-ink device and she prefers the Scribe. What did Jay say? Yes, but Dominique has both intellectual curiosity and Aaron.
You know what I realized, Jay? And I was watching, and this actually was about a month ago. It's and I think that these guys are a popular tech podcast, and I forgot their name, But I've actually come across their content and I watch it from time to time because they'll talk about MacBooks, they'll talk about gaming PCs, they'll talk about different just tech. So they're a tech podcast or podcast slash video, whatever you call it, right? And like these are tech guys, like they're tech guys. Well, they were talking about e-ink or, and they didn't even call it e-ink. They were saying, are e-readers that you can write on worth it? And so these guys were just talking about e-readers and they called every one of these tablets e-readers. And they were like, yeah, I have a Kindle. No, he had he has Kindle e-readers. He had the Paperwhites and the Kindle Scribe color soft or whatever they called it, right? Not the Kindle Scribe color soft, but just the regular Kindle Paperwhite color. And I think out of the three of them, one of the guys ended up buying a book. I think he bought the Note Air 4C and said it was pointless. It was a waste of his money. He never wrote on it. He prefers to write on pen and paper. He doesn't even see a reason to write on these things. He would rather write on his iPad. And there are a lot of people that I've run into that see me using the e-ink tablet. And they're like, oh, yeah, what's that? Then they write on, oh, man, this feels just like paper. And then they start talking about price point. And so I tell them, oh, well, it costs X amount of dollars. And they're like, for an e-reader? And I'm like, well, it's not an e-reader. It's a note-focused tablet. And I start showing them what you can do with it. And a lot of people are like, I got an iPad. I'd rather go buy an iPad. I can watch Netflix on my iPad for the price that you're spending on this Remarkable or this Supernote or this Books tablet. Like, I don't think a lot of people outside of e-ink enthusiasts truly see the value in an e-ink tablet until they just sit with it. Because everybody's like, oh, I'll go get an iPad. Like you had a conversation with some young ladies about that, right, Dominique?
Yes. But we were on the plane and they was like, yeah, no, I got my iPad, da 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 da, and I put it on. I was like, okay, cool, we'll just write. And then she started writing, and she kept writing some more. She was like, oh, but what is this? I kind of like this, da da da. It's a different feel. It's this and the third. And I was like, yeah, it's focused. You can read on it. You can write. You can take your notes. It's good for you because she was into nonprofit. I think she had something going on like that. She was gonna be in meetings, taking notes, this, that, and the third, and she was like, "This could really work for me." So she took some information, and I don't know what she did from that because I haven't seen her since. Probably.
But that was, you had to know that 4C then.
Did I?
Yeah, you have to know that 4C.
I didn't have the.
No, the color soft wasn't here yet. You had to know that 4C.
Well, I mean, I could have just had the Scribe.
You didn't have the Scribe. I had the Scribe.
How you know?
Because you had the Note Air 4C with the crystal nib, with the Rants About Tech crystal nib. Yeah.
Sherry, I want to know what makes you prefer the Scribe over the other devices that you've had? Jay says, I think that's 100% right, Aaron. People don't get it. What is it? TM until they see it and use it in person. Too much? Is that get it? What is TM? I still don't know what that means.
I think it's that probably don't get it too much. Or
get it TM. Because every time I see that, I think trademark. So
Jay's hip. Jay's hipper than us.
Very much so.
Okay, I hope
Jay's
Jay.
too cool
First off, I hope Jay doesn't take this the wrong way. Jay, I think Jay goes to the bars, and I don't know Jay. I don't know if Jay's single or not. So if you're not single, I hope your significant other doesn't get upset. But Jay looks like he goes to the bar with, and he was going to the bar with the Note Max at one point. I think Jay goes to the bar with the e-ink tablet, and I think he writes the pickup lines down and passes them to the young ladies. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I can see Jay doing that because Jay has this look of the smartest person in the room, and he's extremely smart because him and Mitchell be talking about stuff inside the Discord, and I'm learning stuff, and I'm writing it down, and I'm going back, and I'm researching what they're talking about, and I'm like, okay, it's starting to make sense. But Jay looks like that person who, like, you know, that dude is ultra smart with math, and then that's how they flirt by writing some math equation, and then the chick falls in love because she likes intellectuals. Jay is definitely in the bars writing pickup lines on his e-ink tablet if he's single. So yeah.
Jay, is this what you're doing?
Of course he is.
Be honest. Tell the truth, Jay.
So yeah, and it's like I had a coworker last night. She sent me a text because she knows that I have these e-ink tablets. She sent me a text with a picture of the plot, and she was like, "Thoughts." And I was like, I haven't personally used the plot, but I've played around with it a couple of times. I know some people who personally use it, and it's great for meetings. You go to the meeting, you cut it on, you can get the transcription of the meeting there. You can have it on your phone, your computer. You can get summaries of it. You can do a lot of things with it, right? And so she said, "Oh, that's great. I think I'll get one. That way I can go to the meetings, I can cut it on, and then I have my notepad, and then I can take my notes. And then I can have the meeting summary on the computer and comparing with my notes." And I was like, oh, that's cool. I have a couple of tablets that are great for that type of workflow where you can not only use the tablet in a meeting for your written notes, but it will also record the notes similar to what Plod does. And then you can get that whole AI summary of the transcription of the meeting with your notes all in one place. And she was like, oh, that's great. I need that. But I feel like once I show her how much they cost, she's not going to need it anymore. Because that's happened before as well. I've had a couple of friends who I put this thing in their face and they've used it for about 30 minutes and they fell in love. Oh, I need this. I can link. I can make tags. I have this type of organization for my written notes. How much this cost? Like $250? Like, no. This one costs about $620, $630. Especially when you shove the super on their face. And the ones who like that writing feel, oh man, how much this cost? Like $250? Nah, bro, that's what you're looking at right there is like $650, $625, bro. For this plastic. And I'm like, man, my iPad, and I'm like, it's not iPad, bro. I had somebody tell me they're just gonna go buy like a $30 Paperlike screen protector. And then I heard somebody else tell me, bro, a notepad and a big pen is $5.
Was I with you when they said that?
You probably
I feel like I.
And I'm like, okay. So, yeah. But Kindle Scribe for work. Since Jay said I'm being blasphemous, I've been using this thing for last couple of days because Sweetie's been reading books. And I love the Kindle Scribe. And the Kindle Scribe frustrates me at the same time, Sweetie.
Good stuff, Sherry.
What's Sherry saying?
She said, I prefer the Scribe because it's simple and the writing surface is smooth.
Yep. And that's why I like the Kindle Scribe as well. UI is easy to navigate, and I do like the writing feel. I know some people, some YouTubers have said that the writing experience on the new Kindle Scribes are slightly a downgrade from the old Kindle Scribes. But what I've realized is
you gotta change that pen.
First off, this pen is trash. No, the pen is not trash.
The nib is trash.
The nib, the white nib that comes with this pen is trash. I don't even know where they are. The eraser is better on this pen than the old one. Oh, that's not it. Don't fall. So look.
Girl.
Let's see something right quick.
Excuse the heavy breathing of Harlow. She is killing the platypus.
Harlow is definitely trying to murder this platypus.
She's pulling the little hairs off.
We buy the puppy toys, and her goal is to destroy the toy within the first 2 days.
She's making it bald right now. Just an FYI.
So this is the. Excuse my desk is dirty. So this actually is the Gen 1 Kindle Scribe Premium pen. I didn't get the Gen 2 Scribe because I felt like it was the same Scribe. I didn't need to get it. So this is the Gen 1 Kindle Scribe Premium pen. And I like this one because it's a little bit more ergonomic. It's round, but it has this little piece here that makes it easier to grip. And then, of course, if you have the new Kindle Scribe, this is the new pen. It's round. It has a better eraser than this one, but the nibs were trash that came on it. Those white nibs were trash. So I switched them out and put the original Kindle Scribe premium pen palm nib in there because that's the actual nib that I like using with all of my EMR pens that don't have the crystal nib in it.
Wait a minute, I missed this comment from Jay.
What'd Jay say?
Where'd it go? Did he erase it?
He might have. I don't know.
Maybe I missed. Oh, okay. No. I could have swore I saw a comment somewhere, and then it about him getting 6 numbers. Dad, where's that?
Oh, you know I have like it's 2 different chats, so one might update faster than the other one. So what does that say?
Cause that came in after Sherry's thing.
Well, what does it say? Read it, sweet.
I will. Roll that note, Max. Just talking about them to people has gotten me 6 numbers. I shit thee not. You are dead right. Not I shit thee not. That Scribe premium pen is still one of the best EMR pens I've ever seen.
It is. I love it. And then if you put the rants about tech crystal nib in there, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm forever a fan of the crystal nib.
I might have a new favorite styli. I'm making a video about it. But so back to this Kindle Scribe. I love the Kindle Scribe, but at the same time, the Kindle Scribe frustrates me because this thing is probably, if I had to say, because I'm not big on saying this tablet is the best and better than this and all of that other stuff. I like to use the e-ink, tell you guys how I use it, tell you my experience. And I think I don't have a tablet in this house that I think is a bad tablet. Maybe the Go 7 because of the writing experience and feel when I first got it. But it's not even a bad tablet. It's a great reader. It's meh when it comes to writing on it even now. But I don't have a bad tablet. Even the MobiScribe Wave, honestly, is a good tablet. If they still had like software support for that thing, it would be a good tablet. Not for $300 and some dollars how it was retail when it first came out, but I think if the Kindle Scribe had if the Kindle Scribe just had if the Kindle Scribe had some more tools in the Notes app, like let's say if it has some sort of tagging system, I don't think I necessarily have to have the headers and keywords like Supernote. I don't even need all the tools you get with books. If the Kindle Scribe had what the Penstar eNote has within the note taking, with the ability to create a table of content and the ability to image insert, you got smart shapes already. When it comes to actual organization on the tool on the tablet with your files and how you can store them and make folders and subfolders, that piece is fine. It's actually one of the better systems than some of your other systems on e-ink. And you can copy pages and add them to other notebooks. If I just had the ability to kind of like merge notebooks how I do with books, not even on a scale with the bulk merge, but give me and this is my use case, give me the table of content, maybe a way to just tag on page level, and give me a way to merge notebooks, and the Kindle Scribe could be my daily driver for work. What'd Jay say?
Because he said something.
I know.
He said it's so good with the crystal nib, but his keep breaking. What are you doing to these nibs, sir? How hard are you writing?
I don't know, because I haven't broken a crystal nib. Now that Supernote pen, I never broke the nib on Heart of Metal.
Broke the pen.
The base to the Heart of Metal broke, and I dropped this thing I dropped it on my desk from standing up, and it fell out of my hand and hit the desk, and the base stopped working. I had to get another base. I think Ross sent me like 4 of those bases because every time it slipped out of my hand once, getting a tablet out of my bag. So from the top of my bag to the floor, and it stopped working. The nib never broke, but that plastic piece broke. Now I've had the Lammy, and I was coming off of a plane in the hangar. A plane. You guys know, a plane. The pen slipped out of my hand and it crashed on the concrete. And I was like, oh man, that was my favorite pen too. I know it's broke. So I kind of walked down the stairs slow. I picked it up, not a scratch. The nib didn't mess up. I just started writing again. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful.
He says, Rod let me try the new Scribe when I met up with him in Philly, and my impression was great writing feel, terrible anti.
Aliasing.
Yes, those jagged edges on the pen strokes are horrible bad. What is that?
See,
Anti.
see,
What is
see, sweetie, and this is where this
See,
is
this is
where
why ink talk
th-
goes.
this is and see this is where YouTubers, content creators, and just real techie people when they start noticing stuff like that.
What does that even
I don't even know what anti-aliasing means. I just know it has something to do
Provocative.
with like when you're
Gets
writing,
people
the
going.
strokes or jagged and other ones are more smooth. Look, you guys know how my eyes work. Can I see my words when I'm writing? Yes. Because the Kindle Scribe doesn't see, I don't, the Kindle Scribe for me, I don't really notice all of that. Same thing with the RM2 and Mitchell, same thing with the RM2 and Mitchell, like, I think Mitchell hates the RM2 now. To me, the RM2 still looks good. Like the Remarkable 2 still looks good to me. Now, when I put it next to a newer tablet, yes, you can tell the difference. But if the only tablet I was using today was the Remarkable 2, I wouldn't have an issue with it at all. So we're gonna go into like a quick note. So this is what he means by anti-aliasing and jagged lines, right?
He says he's still very curious what it's going to be like trying this iFly tech.
I think you're gonna fall in love with the iFly Tech. So like this thing right here. What?
No, the RM2 is horrendous.
See?
The Pure, on the other hand, looks really, really good. Everything about it works better, in his opinion.
See, and it probably does work better because it's a 6-year-old tablet versus a 3-month-old tablet. But like I think there's gonna be some jaggedness here, right? I can't. Can you what do you see?
Hello, world. What am I supposed to be seeing?
Like, I don't know about this whole
What am I supposed to?
like I don't know, jagged lines, you know?
It's just a word. It's just words.
And look, I could be wrong. And again, this I told you my eyes don't like that looks fine to me. So now I'm gonna grab this this Manta. Because the Manta should have the better screen, right?
So they say.
Hey, I'm already banished.
You're banished? Who banished
I'm already
you?
banished from certain circles. You
Okay.
can't say that, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't care.
So they say. Okay, no, actually, this looks way better than the last time I saw it. I would draw my previous statement. He would draw his previous statement, Aaron.
It's okay. Because I be wanting to know. So now when you look at
So is it the pen writing, the shakiness maybe that I'm seeing?
I don't
Like
know. See,
it looks like you was.
oh, I think that's just the
Is that this
no, that's just my overhead camera arm shaking.
Okay then. No, the line looks like. So that looks like a straight line to me.
Which one?
Scribe.
So the Scribe looks like a straight line,
Straight line to
you,
me.
but the
On
Supernote didn't.
No, it looks like you would. Like you got the shakes a little bit.
Girl, don't say that. Don't say that, because this EMR pen tech is
Am I wrong? Am I
Your assessment is your assessment.
Did I? Am I tripping?
Your assessment is your
No, the
assessment.
Manta and the Scribe have very similar screens. What did Sherry say? The strokes are fuzzy on the Scribe and RM versus the RM versus the Manta. Also, this looks worse than the Scribe.
What does?
That's what Jay says. Also, this looks worse than the Scribe. So that looks like a smooth line to me. When you put that up and
But,
it looks
but this is the
scribbly.
Manta.
What that got to do with the price of tea in China?
So that looks scribbly to you?
That H definite and them L's that straight looks scribbly.
Wow.
I'm sure the camera's making corrections in person. It's fuzzier. I'm looking at it through the computer screen, so
And she's looking at it through the trash computer screen.
No, Dom's assessment is just objectively correct.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I see. I'm not the e-ink girl. I love my Kindle Scribe. That's all I know. So.
Okay. Hold on. Let's look at one more situation, and then I'm gonna go back.
Look at the downstroke of the D on the mantle. It wobbles. Yeah.
Oh.
All the straight lines. Look at all the straight lines. The H, the L on the E, the L's, the D. It's so. Look at it.
Ooh. Dominique, they gonna come for you.
Who gonna come for me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo?
The super noters.
Like I care. Do I care? No. Who gonna say something? Who gonna say something?
I can't tell you who gonna say something.
That's something goofy with Supernote stroke rendering.
Ooh, y'all. All right.
Jay says his Nomad has the same problem.
Jay, you're still good with the Supernote crew. Don't end up like me. All right, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. What do we think, chat?
It looks like you wrote. It's not wobbly.
Chat, sweetie.
What?
Look closer. It has to be something wrong with these strokes.
Looks fine.
No, it doesn't. It has to be something wrong with these strokes. You want to know why it has to be something wrong with these strokes?
Enough to bother me usually, but as a super noter, what is that? Rada has work to do. Prediction: it's gonna look fine on the 10.3.
This is the Lumi. Now, this handwriting is inferior to what I'm about to put on screen next because it's active. It's not EMR. Sweetie.
It's the same wobble.
Which one looks better, sweetie? That one?
That one.
Or this one?
The first one.
Okay, so
it's wobbles.
Let me rewrite it again because people are gonna say that I did it on purpose.
You want me to come write it?
I do want you to come write it.
Hold on.
I want you to come write it, and I'm gonna get you a blank page.
Hold on. You know I got to fight Harlow once I move.
So I want you to come write it, sweetie. So that way they can't say that I was doing something nefarious. And I want you to write it on the better, larger. Okay. Right away. Do you feel the same way?
Is it you?
I don't know.
Is it the size?
I don't know. Now, I am a firm believer that nib, writing surface, can change these things. Write with the other pen.
Maybe it's the pen.
See?
Maybe it's the pen because
Ah,
you get some wobble with
you
pen.
get some wobble with that pen.
With this, it's a smoother, more straighter.
Okay. Now I said this inside. I said this in a discussion with the supernoter about pen tech and the pen and nib combination with the writing surface can also make something look weird. And I was told no. I was told it's EMR is better at all times.
Okay.
Let me look at this.
Yes, pens and nibs matter.
Who said
You
that?
need to zoom in on the mantle to see.
Let's zoom in.
Okay. What else did Jay say?
So, do you feel the same way about your Hello Worlds and the wobbles?
That second Hello World
This one?
from the bottom.
This one.
Yes,
right.
It's wobbly. That was with
That's the one that I used the Dr. Grip.
Yes, that's the one with that one. The rest of them with the Lamy crystal nib was because that was a crystal nib, correct?
That was now both of them on the crystal nib.
But okay, but in the Lamy,
yeah,
it writes better.
Okay,
it's smoother.
And do you think those Hello Worlds are smoother than this one?
No. Let me see. A couple of them, maybe, but no.
Or is it my bad handwriting?
Because my handwriting's not the best either. But
well, come right on this one.
You would wait till I go sit down. Now I got to get back up.
I mean, you know, we have to be fair about this.
Do we?
Yeah.
I guess. What did Jay say? Nope, Onyx did work with their USI implementation. There's no wobble on the 10.32 unless you draw a long, slow diagonal line. Need to zoom in on the mantle to see. Yes, pens and nibs matter. Onyx USI on the 10th is better than the Remarkable, by the way. EMR is better strictly speaking, but Vitamin messed something up here. They just did take the same pens and write the same things on the OG 10.3 and watch. All right.
All right, you right on that one.
All right, ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Okay. Oh, this don't write with this one?
No, ma'am. No? You have to use the USI pen. You have to use this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me. Okay. All righty.
What do you think?
Looks good.
Looks good?
Yep.
Okay.
Looks fine to me.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. I think my horrible hand.
When I get back over there, you're not gonna call me back over here.
I'm not. My horrible handwriting will do just fine.
Okay.
I mean, this looks good. This looks fine.
Do you have the Bywoods full size or the full size iFly Tech? Hi everyone, the book talk. Miss Dominique, Miss Hope was really passionate. She was very much passionate about the book, Javier. Thanks for watching. And Jay says that's not to say they can't fix it. Aaron, do you have the Bywoods full size or the full size iFly Tech?
The full size iFly Tech shall be here within the week.
EMR is better, strictly speaking. Oh, I read that already. Okay.
I do not have the full size iFly Tech though. I want one, but I can't buy one.
Hey Nat. Nat says I was just doing a ton of research today. I went with the Lamy EMR with the palm tip, hoping for the best to use with my Nomad and Scribe.
Nat, I love this Lamy AO EMR. Now, if you're gonna notice, Nat, This is a Harry Potter Lammy AL. Well, it's not the AL. This is actually plastic. This net is a Lammy AL. Now, I love Lammies because they're nice. It's aluminum, they're lightweight, programmable button. Um, there are a couple of custom colorways that you can get for the Lammy. Mainly it's the black, it's the ombre, and it's another color. But
Jay.
what I love about the Lammies is this, Nat.
Jay, I just think you just controversial. How you hate the Lammy? Lammies are great.
No matter the Lammy you have, if you have a Lammy fountain pen or Lammy ballpoint, either AL or Safari. So this is a Lammy fountain pen. You can interchange the EMR base and you can just have whatever color Lammy pen that you want. So however you're feeling for that day or that week, you can switch it up. And I might have more Lammy pens than I
Oh,
want to
jeez.
admit.
It writes too light for you?
So yeah, the Lammy. So this, if you listen to Rod, well, and I believe him, Rod says that the Lammy is programmed differently, which it is. So prime example. Let's write on the Lammy right quick. So we're gonna write with the Lammy, and this is a regular palm nib on the OG 10.3. And if you're using a pressure sensitive nib pen selection on the e-ink tablet, the strokes will be lighter. Now this is gonna be my Kindle Scribe premium pen. Let's see. Do those strokes look a little darker? Or look the same, Dominique?
Look the same to
No,
me.
this is why. Because I'm probably using the ballpoint, which I am. So let's roll to the calligraphy pen. Boom. Calligraphy pen, right? All right. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see the difference?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. When you're using a pressure sensitive nib, the Lammy is going to write lighter than the other one. So if I was using a pressure sensitivity pen, so if I was using a calligraphy pen and I wanted to use a Lammy, I would just bump up the line thickness.
The Statler, that's the one that looks like a pencil.
I hate that thing.
Jay says he's a Statler super fan. I just wish they built something with a button. Otherwise, I actually really like the Viwood C1 ceramic pen, except the tip is too thin for Feel Right 2.
It is. And that's the problem with this nib. This is the smaller. Hold on.
Jeez.
This is the smaller nib, the Rants About Tech Crystal nib. It's a little smaller. It works great on the OG 10.3. And see, this writes.
Boy, you can see what you're writing.
Hmm?
You see Aaron and Hello World all over. Is that the ghosting?
That's the ghosting that people talk about, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can change that up to however you have your strokes set. I don't care because I'll do this and then I'll just refresh that nonsense and boom. Did I hit the button? So that's what I do. I don't care about it. But some people complain, oh my God, it's so much ghosting. It won't go away. Hit the refresh.
That says thanks for the demo. Yeah, I was wondering what you had going on.
I don't know what I had going on.
Sir.
I don't know what I had going on.
Kiki. Oh, look at her, so cute with a platypus. She's so cute.
Yeah. So those are the differences. See, it even looks a little different there because that one pen is darker than the other. See. Um. But yeah. So back to this whole Kindle Scribe for work thing. Hey guys, there's a planet behind me, by the way. Jay, the reason why it's been a while. Oh, it's long. So the reason why I said the Kindle Scribe for work, I've been using this thing for the last couple of days. And I've always used the Scribe to kind of edit my writing. And that's my use case for color. That's why I use the Note F4C. That's why I got the Remarkable Paper Pro coming in this week, because I'm shifting everything to Remarkable. So I have that coming in this week as well. And that's going to be one of my use cases for the color with the Remarkable Paper Pro is to edit my writing. So I'll have a chapter of my writing or the script, the first scene of the script or the whatever scene I'm working on. I'll go in with the PDF and I will do some annotations. I will make changes. I will X out some stuff with my red pen. Um, well, I use pink sometimes. I'll highlight some things that I want to keep and X out some things I want to change, and then I'll make some notes. Now, my normal use case with this, I don't do a lot of embedded notes, so that's why Remarkable is fine for me because I really don't need. I don't have a use case that much of embedding notes and then exporting off with those embedded notes attached for you to be able to review, like maybe someone who's in academia, right? But I was playing around with the Kindle Scribe, and because I watched Ed's demo on how he uses Supernote to embed notes in the PDF and as well as the books platform. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It was cool to see his use case. And I'm like, my use case for what I do isn't too different, except I'm just not sending it to anyone to review. I'm reviewing it myself. And books has a lot of tools I just don't use. I don't use a lot of the tools in the Neo Reader. But I was on a scribe and I was embedding some notes, doing some highlights, annotating, exported it off, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized when it comes to that workflow, like if you're annotating documents, if you're annotating documents and embedding comments and you need them to travel off tablet to send to someone for review or for yourself for review, the Scribe might be one of the best tablets for that.
You don't say.
It's cool, especially especially for me,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times when I'm doing this editing anyway, I'm working with multiple pages, sometimes 10 plus pages, right? The new Kindle Scribe Colorsoft has some good organization within the the PDF annotations where I can have color coded bookmarks. I can have color coded highlights. So I can organize by the color code of the highlights and the bookmark. I also can embed my notes. They travel off along with my annotations and has all the information of where I pulled it from, um, and what I want to do. And it travels off. You open the thing up in whatever your PDF reader is, and you see all of your annotations and everything attached to to whatever it is you're doing. And I looked at the different tablets I have. The only tablet, and I'm not big on saying this tablet is better than this tablet or whatever. I think that's all subjective depending on what the person needs it for. But I looked at that same workflow, just that specific. I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think books and the Scribe are like, I would put the Kindle Scribe over the books because you have that extra layer of organization, color coded by your highlights and your bookmarks. And I actually like how the embedded comments come out within the PDF. Um, from there, You would have to put Supernote because you can embed comments into the PDF and then travel off. I personally like Remarkable slightly better because I normally highlight, annotate, and then I'll add a page, and then I'll write those notes down. Where I add a page, that's where on Supernote you can embed comments. So just depends on whatever workflow. I'm not big on saying this is better than that,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's a misconception with the Scribe that it can't be that tablet for work or that note focused tablet. I think it really is. And I think it's one of the better tablets that I would put in the hands of someone who is like in school,
Mm-hmm.
who needs it for school, especially if they can get PDF versions or of their or EPUB versions of whatever textbook. So like if they can get the chapter that they're working on for the week in the form of a PDF and have it on tablet for learning, I think it does a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the digest. Even though I hear from some people that the digest is so great for academia and academics and learning, the digest is clunky to me. I'm using it right now for an example I'm going to make, and it's good. It just doesn't work for me how I want to learn, how I learn and how stuff makes sense to me. It doesn't work. I'm using it to organize and categorize stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm showing how you can use it. I'm not going to judge if it's good or not because it's not what I would want to do, but that doesn't mean it's not good. So,
Right.
but yeah, man, I'm like, if the Scribe had like 3 more tools in the Notes app, it could be my daily traveler. Now, some people are just gonna hate the Scribe period because it's Amazon because it is a lockdown system. Mitchell and Jay, I tell you, you don't own your tablet, you rent it because as we see with older Kindles, the moment Amazon decides that okay, we're through with that, we're gonna do something newer, it's bricked. You can't use it. Moving information on and off the system now is better than it was when we first got it. When I first got the Scribe, it was like if I didn't have the hardware, I couldn't get my information.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go grab the Kindle Scribe color soft, the Kindle Scribe Paperwhite signature right now, I can go see my notes in on the color on the signature. I can see my notebooks and all my notes. I can't export them off. I think the one time we thought you lost the Scribe, I was like, cool. Well, we have access to all the information, all of your work, your book that you're working on. We can easily export that off because I can go to my digital files on Amazon, and I can go to my digital files on Amazon, and I can see the notebook and the files. I can download them. I gotta have the hardware. Up until now, where you can sync with Google Drive, so you can move stuff off. But before then, there was no way for me to actually move my information off tablet unless I exported it from the hardware. So if I would have broke the Gen 2 Scribe before they had the Google Drive and other stuff integration, I just got to go buy another Scribe so I can export my stuff off. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I contact Amazon customer service, they might have something for me to download it, or maybe if I would have dug deeper into my digital content, I had a way to download it. But it seems like once they did that whole thing where you couldn't download your books anymore,
Yeah.
it didn't just apply to the books. It's like it applied to the notebooks too. The notebooks are my information, they're my creation. They're not yeah, so
Jay says, I think digest usefulness depends on the kind of stuff you read, but Dave gave me some ideas about how to use digest more creatively.
yeah. Dave, I like the way Dave uses the digest, but I like the way Dave uses the digest. If you talk to Ed, that's not how the digest should be used.
Yeah, see, I hate that. Calling Amazon support. Are you out of your mind?
Now, this is the flip side to Amazon support. I've had nothing I have had nothing but great experiences with Amazon Support. I ordered some stuff. I ordered some cologne because I'm always ordering colognes. I ordered some colognes and they just didn't show up. It got past the day it just didn't show up. And I contacted Amazon support and they're like, okay, well, we'll send another one out. Same thing happened with a smartwatch. I bought I forgot the name of that brand, but it was a smartwatch I wanted to review on the channel. So I paid like $80 for it and it was supposed to come the next day. 3 days it didn't show up. I called Amazon support. I said, hey, I paid extra for the next day service. It didn't show up. What are we doing? They fully refunded me my money. And then they fully refunded me my money and said you can order it again. And that would give me like a certain percentage off the next order. I didn't order it again. But then the watch showed up like 2 days later. We bought a Christmas tree that we did not like. We tried to return it. They returned our money and said, keep it. We don't want it back. And then the 10.3 Gen 1, I dropped my phone on it. I didn't crack the screen, but the pixels behind it were messed up. And it was in the first 30 days. I called him and was like, hey, man, I really like this device, but my screen messed up. And they're like, no worries, Mr. Williams. We'll have another one there. The next morning, there was another 10.3 on my doorstep, and I just sent that one back. So I haven't had any issues with Amazon. Although, the one Stuff Your Kindle event that messed up everybody's account,
stuff.
that was a nightmare. So they have these things called Stuff Your Kindle events, and something happened. Sweetie did what she normally does. She stuffed her Kindle during the event, right? And then I wake up the next morning. I go to my Amazon account to order something because I'm always ordering something. I can't get into Amazon. I can't get into the Amazon account. We can't get into anything. Any Amazon device is locked. I had to send bank records. I had to send bank records to Amazon that matched my cards on file to prove that that was my account. And that was the only way around it. That was the only way to get our account restored from some glitch or something that happened in their system.
And it was for it was a lot of
It
people.
was so many people.
So many people.
You go on
So many people.
when you went on TikTok, you will see everybody had the same issue. Because I was tripping at first. I'm like, man, what is going on with my account? I thought some fraud went on with my account. And then I open up TikTok and everybody, if you participated in the Stuff Your Kindle event, and it was so many people had the same issue.
Jay says, sir, dropping your phone on your device is crazy. You're nearly as bad as me with this stuff.
Well, yeah, because this is how I dropped my phone on my device, Jay. This I had my overhead camera, and I was using my T7 for the talking head, and I said I'll just use the continuity camera, and it was the Pro Max. It wasn't this light 17 Air. It was the Pro Max, and I had a different mount where I had to actually physically clip it on, and I was clipping it on, and it slipped out my hand, flew up in the air, and just fell directly on the tablet. And ever since then, I never put my cameras on I never mount my overhead cameras with my e-ink tablets underneath, unless it's a tablet I don't like the Manta. Don't tell anybody that though.
That's crazy.
What else we got in chest? What do you say?
Oh no. See, this is gonna happen to me
now. I'm telling you, Jay, do not put that camera on the overhead arm with your e-ink tablets underneath it. Don't do it. And I'm extremely afraid of the Note Max. That thing is huge. I just know I'm gonna break this thing, Jay. I just know I'm gonna break it. I like the Note Max, but I don't like it. Let's talk about it. I like the Note Max, but I don't like it, sweetie. Do you like the Note Max? It's in front of you.
This big old thing.
Yes.
Um, this this here,
I like the No Max, but I don't like
bigger
it.
than my face.
It's a great tablet. It's too large for me. Now I like using. I'm gonna tell you when I like using. I like using the Note Max when I'm working in my commonplace journal. It's cool because when I'm working in my commonplace journal, I'm doing a lot of moving around. I'm copying and pasting from.
I don't think I've even used this thing.
You haven't. I'm copying and pasting from some things, and I'm adding them to the journal. I'm in split screen, and I got stuff on there from push read, all kind of stuff. So I like using it for that. I like using it if I'm going to be on set and I'm sharing script information with someone. It's a large enough tablet where we both can comfortably look at it and read. So I like it for that purpose. I hear kids say for the serious note takers, you need the Note Max because of the size, and you really can like take a lot of notes. I'm never gonna walk into a meeting or I'm never gonna pick up that Note Max just for the purpose to write.
They're gonna think you're very serious business person if you have
I'm never
that
doing it.
that
The
tablet.
largest tablet that I will ever use for just regular writing is gonna be the Remarkable Paper Pro. I'm not no. I am never I there has not been a day. I tried it. When I first got it, I pulled out the Note Max to write in my daily journal and I quickly stopped.
Jason, I smacked my Note Max around a bit before and freaked out about it like it was gonna break, but it was completely fine the whole time.
That thing is so thin. It's just as thin as the Gen 1 10.3. And it's bigger. Like this mantle, I throw that thing around. And it's not because I don't like it. Well, I don't, but it's because it's plastic, so I feel like it's not gonna break. I'm pretty sure it will break. But yeah, I just throw that thing around. Same honestly, the same thing with the 10.3s. I'm not as gentle with the 10.3s as I should be. Hey, the Lumi fell off the table at the coffee shop today and fell on the ground. I didn't even freak out. I was like, it is what it is. If it's broke, then I'll just use the OG. It has 4.2 on it now. But it was fine. I opened it up, nothing was wrong with it. I do think that this folio gives more protection than the half folio. That's the one thing I don't like about this half folio. I feel like this half folio protects nothing. But it's plastic and it's rugged and it's modular, so I should be okay.
I've had my Max out in pretty big business meetings at work, and people would always be like, "OMG, what is that?" It impressed people. I told you that Note Max makes people think you mean business. You're serious about the meeting that you're going into. You're gonna walk in with this, and they're gonna be like, "He's gonna have it like this," and I'm like, "Hey, he means business."
They come to my desk every morning to see what I have. And they said that my desk setup looks like a control center at work because you know I'll have the regular work computer is there, of course. I'll have whatever small tablet that I'm carrying, which is probably going to be the Remarkable 2 or the AI Paper Mini. I'll have that propped up on my little stand, right? And then I'll have normally it's the 10.3. I'll have that to the left of me or something, and then I have my Anchor charger that charges everything if I need it. I have my Beats pill when I get ready to listen to like a podcast or something, and then I'll have my metas sitting there too, because I work for an airline and you can't wear the metas during work because we're in controlled areas, security areas, all that stuff. So I'll have those glasses sitting there. Then I have my regular glasses if I have them on or off or whatever. And then I have like a fountain pen and an EMR pen. And I'm like, this is a control center, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then I also have like a little coffee bar off to the right. People come to my desk just to see what I have new. And that's the other piece. If I'm testing a tablet, then I would just have that tablet with me as well. So at times there are three tablets on my desk. And they're like, yeah, we just want to see what you got going on today.
This is the thing I'm really excited about is the Note Mini C. I need Onyx to announce that damn thing already.
Jay, we
8-inch is my sweet spot.
Jay, we talked about this in Discord, man. It's a rumor, and you should be ashamed of yourself for starting these rumors, spreading these lies, because a very, very, very popular YouTuber who covers e-ink says that it's all rumors. No one knows about anything that's coming out, and it's probably not coming out. I believe you more than I believe that YouTuber. I think that YouTuber is a very nice guy, and I just think that he's better. And Jay, I think you know because you hacked into their software and you see what they're building software for.
Javier says he's using his Note Max on the couch doing schoolwork.
See, Javier, man, I was um I was using the Note Max in the bed one day. Sitting up in the bed, I was writing and it was too large. Because at that point my forearm was resting on the Note Max and it kept triggering about the bottom gestures. So no.
But these last $2.
Oh, well thank you.
$2.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
gonna lose.
Not gonna lose.
Thank you.
He loves spreading lies. It's his favorite, Aaron.
It is. He be saying some wrong stuff too. Like he said some wrong stuff in his last Q&A, but I don't want to bring it up. And then I had to stop listening to it because homie started talking about buttholes.
Huh?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
How'd we get there?
It wasn't him. It wasn't his fault. Somebody said in a Q&A about buttholes, and then I was like, yeah, I'm dipping. I was already ready to dip anyway, but I said to myself, I'm gonna give the guy a chance. I might be being a-hole. And then he started talking about buttholes, and I'm like, I'm out.
That's different.
Because I almost dipped when he was about to make fun of another nationality's accent, and he was like, "Oh, well, that's frowned upon. People are too sensitive." And I'm like, "Okay, he's being an asshole today." And then I was ready to bounce, but I said, "You know what? Okay, it's kind of fair because he was trying to, have jokes when he was reviewing the Mont Blanc, right? So I'll give him a pass." And then buttholes came up, and I was like, "You know what? I'm out. I'm out."
Okay.
And he had already spread it like some not lies. He had already kind of like, yeah, 4.2. It's still not good. You don't even know. And I think he's lying. I think he uses 4.2 all the time. I just think he has to stick with his narrative to fuss. So yeah. Books.
He didn't have to read it. Sheriff said he didn't have to read it.
He didn't have to read what?
I'm guessing the.
Oh yeah, the Q. He didn't have to, but I think he wanted to read it. I really do think he wanted to. And then he like started going. Yeah, he broke it down and kind of started analyzing it. And that's when I was like, yeah, you know what kid talking about? And I switched off. Yeah, and I don't know what happened on that video since that point. Yeah, I don't know, and I would never know.
Fun fact: you can always do a French accent. It's never racist.
Yeah, it's probably not. Cartoons back in the day were toxic.
Very much so. They still are.
Yeah, they were toxic.
And they're never for children.
They're never for children. Anime is not for children.
Not for children.
Anime is not for children.
I will say it. He is a jerk. Sharon has said it. He's a jerk.
He is, Sharon. Thank you, because I'm already banished from 2 communities already. No, anime is not for kids. I went back and watched Voltron as an adult. And I realized Voltron is sad. Adults are sending children off to fight their galactic war. And it was sad. I was like, I was watching it and I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is sad. Yeah, I got sad. So yeah.
Jay says he has some social issues.
Yeah, he does. He does. What's the other thing I was talking about? Oh, my new e-ink stack. So what's that say?
Hello, Airline Mac.
Oh, what's going on, Airline Mac?
And Rob.
What's up, Rob? What they say about Voltron?
He says I love 4.1. Jay says, dude, Voltron has some surprisingly adult themes. All of them do.
It does. Now Voltron it does, and it's not like now. It was this one anime I was watching, and actually the whole plot of the anime is fire because like the kid has like the demon inside him, but the demon protects the village. It was actually cool, but when he becomes the demon, he's like a perv, and once he's in demon form, you have to get through him being a perv before he actually like fights the bad guys. And it's Sweetie was in the bed and she was like, "This is for kids." I'm like, "This is definitely for kids."
Almost every anime he starts watching, I'm like, what are you watching? What is this?
But well, some of that reaction is because it's weird though. Like when I was watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, it was just more weird than pervy. Because I mean, I think you woke up one night while I was watching it, and a person was shrunk running around in a rat carcass.
They definitely were.
And then like they just had some weird powers.
Yeah, very much so.
I want to get a Star Platinum tattoo, but I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know.
What the hell is a Star Platinum?
You don't know who Star Platinum is?
I supposed to know.
You sat there and watched the whole series with me, and you don't know who Star Platinum is?
I have no clue.
You know who Jojo Toro is?
Jojo. Oh, Jojo. Ain't that the monkey from Dexter's Laboratory?
It probably is, but Jojo Toro is Jojo Joestar. You don't know who that is?
Oh, from the Bizarre World we were just talking about,
Yes.
right? Oh, yeah, I know that.
Oh, you don't know that.
I know that.
You didn't know that.
Oh, Jojo.
Yeah, so my daily carry stack is going to. Oh, I'm Javier. If you're still here, are you watching Hell's Paradise?
Depends on the manga. Demon Slayer is not perverse.
Demon Slayer is fire, and I need the next part of the story arc to come out in theaters how it's supposed to. Demon Slayer is fire. Black Clover is fire as well. And I also need this last Demon Slayer story arc to be available on streaming because I want to watch it again. It might be available on streaming, but I don't know. But I definitely want to watch it again. But Demon Slayer and Black Clover is fire. You know what else is fire? Black Butler is fire also. Hell's Paradise is fire. And I also love Dr. Stone. Sorry about that. So yeah, my next daily stack.
I love books.
I'm moving to All Remarkable. So Remarkable Paper Pro should be in this week. Paper Pure is gonna be in next week, and I have the move. So my daily stack is gonna be move in Paper Pro or move in Paper Pure, and I'm going to mix in the AI paper platform in there. Now I'm gonna start daily driving the full size AI paper tablet to see how to work for me for work because I told you guys I'm going to step away from the books platform, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to use this tablet every day because I have so much stuff on it, and I'm still going to use it. But I am going to have a different daily carry for probably like the rest of the year. I'm going to dedicate the rest of the year. It's probably going to be All Remarkable and whatever tablet I'm testing. And yeah, I don't see me buying any more tablets. I have too many tablets on the way. I'm not going to be buying anything else. The only way I'm going to test this Books tablet that Jay speaks of is if Books is kind enough to send me one out. Yeah.
So Javier says he's reading that manga now.
Which one?
Don't know. Whichever one y'all are talking about. And then Jay says, speaking of e-ink stacks, my goal is to make it so it doesn't matter what you use, everything syncs together. And he also says, oh dude, I heard Dr. Stone was crazy good.
Who said that, Jay?
Yeah.
Jay, you would love Dr. Stone. So the premise of Dr. Stone is there's an evil guy on the moon who has this device that petrifies everybody. You're stone. And everybody's stone for like a couple hundred, maybe even 1,000 years. I don't know how long it was. And then just by chance, nature has made this revival fluid and it wakes up this one dude, this one teenager who just probably is the smartest teenager in the world. And he goes around waking up his homeboy and his girlfriend first, and then he's waking up people to help him rebuild the world and get them out of the Stone Age. And I don't want to tell you too much. All I'm going to tell you is one of the people that they revive is the world's strongest teenager. And these dudes are creating some stuff out of the Stone Age. All I'm gonna say is this: is you go from being in the Stone Age and you don't have electricity, but you're building an aircraft carrier. I'll leave it at that.
Airline Max says after watching Kit's most recent video, now he's torn in between RMPP and Supernote Manta. Which one to get? I have Supernote A5X, the old one, and Nomad. Also have RM2 and RMPP Move. And Jay's asking him what does he want to do with it, and he responds with mostly note taking and PDF annotations.
I think if you're gonna take notes and PDF annotations, and if you need to embed comments in the annotations, I would say Supernote. I think if you don't need to embed the notes and you just want to annotate on PDFs and write notes on it, I could see you going with the paper pure if that's the platform you're most comfortable with. You just can kind of do. You probably can do a little bit more with Supernote when it comes to note taking. I think you can do more with Supernote when it comes to note taking without having to do mods if you need a little bit more than what you're gonna get natively with Remarkable in that software. I happen to be on the other side of that. I happen to be someone who was in love with the books platform, the 10.3, and how much versatility you get with the amount of tools. So the UI didn't bother me with books. I'm cool with taking a couple of minutes, going through the UI to see what tools are there and setting it up for my use case. It's just how I use e-ink now has kind of changed so much where I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that. So Remarkable to me is a change of pace tablet or platform that's allowing me just to get back to what I like to do, which is write, brainstorm, create, and I like the new implementation of like the meeting notes. I used it today. I had a Zoom meeting. I used those meeting notes today, and it was so simple and easy. Like I just hit my icon, selected my meeting, it pulled up a meeting note already with a template, and then I just took notes. And I don't use to dos a lot. So yes, I like the new calendar integration with books. I like the calendar integration with Supernote and AI paper platform. But the truth is, I'm using my computer calendar more, my phone, my iPad. I use those calendars to do a lot of the entries anyway. I really don't need it for e-ink. And when it comes to to-dos, I'm kind of old school. Like I do a daily journal every morning to set up my day. I write down a list of the things I need to do. And I go back and forth to that list and I just X them off. The amount of time it takes me to smart lasso and add that to a to do and then go to the calendar and check it off, I could have went and made a cup of coffee. I can just go to my list, X it off. And like that's what the move is for. Like the move after I write in my daily journal, and the cool thing is, I'm doing my morning journaling on the RM2 right now. When the paper pure comes in, I'm going to do it on that. So I'm doing my daily journaling on that anyway. So I just pick up the move. It's synced. I go to my journal entry and I just X off what I need to do. And I have a evening journal that I write in. And when I do my evening journal, whatever to dos that need to be carried over, I just carry them over. So like I do all my weekly planning on Remarkable. So I'm checking these things throughout the day. I don't really have a use case for a to do app. I don't use Google to dos. I don't use iOS to dos. I don't do none of that stuff. Now, if I have an event I need to be at, well, I'll throw that in the calendar. But 90% of the time, I'm going to use my phone or the computer. So it just depends on what you want to do. I feel like that was a long answer. What we got in chat?
Javier says psycho. Who's psycho? Why are we psycho?
I don't know.
Is that an anime?
It probably is. What else we got? That was it.
Yep, that was the last one.
Oh, but yeah, if you are a Supernote guy, um, I would say get the Manta. If you want to save some money but still get quality e-ink tablet, I would say get the Paper Pure because I don't think the Paper Pure and the Supernote platform are too far off. And if you're comfortable with mods and you're missing a couple of things, then you can mod that. We have a person in the community, Mitchell. He is the owner and operator of Remanager. He has a cool system, and it's if I can do it, you can do it. But if you don't really care about that, you don't want to do mods, but you don't really need all of that. You just want to have a platform to do some annotations and take notes and have good organization. I would buy the Pure before I buy the Manta because I feel like the Mantas you already have a Supernote tablet. So it sounds like you might already have a harder metal pen. So you technically don't need to buy EMR. So cool. You can get away with just buying the tablet and maybe the half folio. The tablet is 505 and the half folio was like $50. I don't know. It might be more than that. I don't think it is. So you can get away with spending like 550, 560. But you can spend $399 and call it a day. What we got in chat?
So he says, Max says, yep, I like how seamless RM Sync is, even though it's behind the paywall. Jay says, it depends on whether or not you're into structuring your notes with stuff like table of contents, keywords, etc. Max says, Paper Pure isn't available yet in this part of the world. Where are you?
Oh, he might be in the UK or something like that.
Okay. And Jay says, if so, then Supernote. If you think you'll be more freeform and just search for things, then RM Pure.
Yeah. And my whole thing with the paywall, I get anyone who says that they do not want to pay extra, I understand. Because I look at my list of subscriptions I have now and I get upset. But the flip side to that is it's $2.99, $3.99, whatever one it is. See, I don't even know how much it costs. But $40 a year, I waste that anyway. So it's not the subscription, the paywall thing. It's not enough money. If it was $15 a month, then I would have an issue. But for me, at $3.99 a month, I don't look. I'm not rich, but $4.25. I, that's gonna be gone anyway. I don't even know. I don't know. But if it was like $15, $20 a month, then yeah, I would have a bigger issue with it. My whole thing is these tablets are a new Paper Pro is still 600 plus. The Pure is $3.99. The RM Move is $4.99, I think. $3.99. One of those 99s. If I'm spending that much money on a tablet, I can't trip about $4 a month. I just can't. I can't trip about buying replacement nibs. I can't. It's I buy nibs for these EMR pens twice a month. I mean twice a year. And I spend what? $20? Like I just bought a pack of replacement nibs for my Pro Pen for Remarkable. It was $21 at Best Buy, and I got 6 more nibs. I'm not gonna have to buy any more nibs for the rest of the year. And honestly, I still had like 3 left. So yeah, it's if you spend $500 on a tablet, you can't complain about spending $12 on some nibs. I hear people say that all the time. Oh my God, the cost of the nibs over time. No, you spent $600 and something dollars on that Manta, bro. Or you spent X amount of dollars on this Note Air 5C. You cannot trip about buying $9 nibs. But I might be wrong. What we got next?
Max says, thanks for the detailed response. And then, hi, Alex.
What's up,
Alex
Alex?
says, my Kindle Scribe does everything I need. I'm a reader first, write second. That is I as well. Agree, Aaron, about the RM Connect. The Go 10.3 Lumi is also great for these needs and not much more expensive plus no seat cost.
Yes, the Lumi is $449. I still say the 10.3 is the best value in e-ink when you're looking at price point and what you get for the price point. When you look at how much you're going to pay for the tablet with when you look at how much you're going to pay for the tablet with what the tablet or the platform can do, I think the 10.3 is still the best value in those regards because there isn't a workflow you can't do on the 10.3 or a book's tablet period. There's no workflow you can't do. Um, you can use this thing as limited as you want to, or you can use it as intricate as you want to. And the key to books, tablets, and the UI is setting up your tablet to best serve how you want to use it. So yes, you do need to dive into the menus and figure out how you want to navigate the tablet. And that part can be confusing. So if you're someone who doesn't like to dig into menus, then I I wouldn't suggest you pick it up. But if you're cool with when you first get the tablet, spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes just roaming through it, reading the user manual, finding out what the tools are, and you can customize this tablet to work how you want it to work. Once you do that, it's cool. And I mean, yeah, there's an occasional software update where they will change some stuff just like any platform. Just but you have been navigating the tablet, so those changes don't take too long to figure out what they are. That's why I don't understand how some of these content creators are complaining when there's a software update for the tablet that improves the user experience. It just changed the name of something. It's still in the same place. It still does the same thing. It just changed the name. It's not that hard. Like, and these are like programmers, coders, educators. So you're not dumb. You're smart. You know what I'm saying? You have a successful YouTube channel with a bunch of subs. So you can figure out they changed from ultra fast to fast. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know.
Alex says Voya is a diva. He loves to argue and loves to have the last word. He gets easily offended.
Yeah, I stopped. Yeah, he does. I stopped engaging with people who gotta have the last word. I stopped engaging with people who have to have the last word and people who feel like that they're always right and they're never wrong. I stopped engaging with them because it was bringing me too much headache because I wanted to respond in ways I shouldn't respond. But yeah, I think the 10.3, and I've heard someone tell me and say it's not the 10.3, and it's not the 10.3 now because the 10.3 is 412 without a light, 449 with a light, and it's too expensive and it doesn't have EMR, so it's worse tech. No, 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 no. And really, it's the Note Air 5C. Wow, because it has color and it has color, but then the screen is darker, and everybody doesn't need color. Now, I do think the Note Air 5C is faster, but the Lumi or the Gen 2 10.3 is fast as well. If I don't need a light and I want a black and white tablet and I don't want to deal with books as customer service, I can go buy this 10.3 from Amazon for like 414, I think it is, and I can go find a $9 cover. Look, guys, hey, yo, where is it at? I don't know where it went to. But my folio, darn it, I got too many 10.3s.
You got too many, a lot of things.
Look, this folio, I put stickers on it too. This folio for the Gen 1, it was $9.99. And to be honest with you, it's thicker and protects my tablet better than this thing the book sent out. Well, actually, that's for the Nut at 4C. It's kind of nice. And this thing, the books, and I don't even think I don't think this is the official books folio for the Know That 4C. This thing, it protects my Lumi, but my 9.99 one for the gym one is better, and I'm gonna switch them out eventually.
Stop.
Oh, what else we got?
Max says, since all the issues I have been facing with my Note Max, specifically ghosting, I dislike any books devices. I'm also not an Android user and no need for any Android apps. When is the next book talk? He had a blast while on the treadmill. I do not know. She is currently about to start Product of the Streets, so be looking out for that. And we're gonna have a bigger group reading In the Gray by Miss BB Reed. So we'll be talking that coming up, and I'll be talking this eventually. My first mermaid book. Jay answers a Max question. I have an unsuccessful YouTube channel, and I can still figure it out. Jay, I don't think that's the truth. Mac, next one won't have the ghosting if it matters. The 5C is faster than any of the 10.3s, yeah, but I don't pick it up as often because the bad contrast from color is always disappointing. The Tab Ultra C Pro is fast enough, though that overcomes my disappointment with the color.
I don't know why when we talk about future proofing tablets, I don't know why we don't talk about how books showed us that they can give you updated Android through a software update. Like I think this Manta is still running Android 11. And so I don't know if they can upgrade your Android with a software update. They probably can. So I'm not saying they can't. But everybody is waiting on this updated SoC that I honestly don't think is going to come out until Supernova puts out another tablet. And you know what? Hot take, and then I'm gone. Because if I keep talking, I'm going to get in trouble. I think the Ink Hub and this community development all of a sudden out of the blue, I think it's to appease the Supernote users that are waiting on this X4 size tablet, that were waiting on some added software that they wanted, like smart shapes, like image insertion, like split screen. The fact that they're asking, when is this SoC coming out so I can really use the upgradability and the modularity? I think that the Ink Hub was thrown out there to distract them and to appease them for a while. Because now you have the community building the software upgrades or updates that your community wanted that you didn't want to build in-house. Now, I feel the same way about Remarkable. I feel like some of this stuff that Remarkable is doing with Remarkable mods should be built in-house. Kind of like how the AI paper platform, Viwood sent out a survey and they asked, what type of templates do you want to see? What type of software do you want to see implemented? And then they went and implemented it. Same thing with books. Book said, what do you guys want? We want a black and white tablet with a front light. They gave it to us. And Books is going to give you a new tablet 3 times a year at least. So, yeah. And Books, even though we say they have horrible customer service, they put out a lot of tablets and they will put out a software update. And sometimes that software update is a miss. Books will fix that software update. When the Lumi first came out, it was a crashing issue. Some people's crashed more than others. And it was funny to me how some reviewers who necessarily aren't as fair to books as they should be, they just were waiting for something to be wrong with the tablet so they can go off on a tangent. But when it was fixed within a week, we didn't hear them have that same energy and talk about how it was fixed. I might have upset Books, but I said, hey, Books, fix the tablet. It makes no sense to have this nice tablet, but I can't use it because my tablet keeps crashing. They fixed it within a week, and I'll put out another video saying, hey, Books, thank you for fixing the tablet. I don't think they wanted me to say that though. Like the first part, not the second part, but I did. So we'll see. But Man, books listens. I don't know. What we got in chat?
Jay says yes, thank you. Read the updated Android. Um, then the thing is that upgrades are expensive to develop. Books had an Android 13 build for the TUCP anyway because they built a new one for China with the NA5C screen, so the lift wasn't as heavy. Alex says every plugin for the Manta should have been baked in the first place.
Alex, I said that. I said that to Ed. And Ed's response to me was, no. This gives them a way for you to curate your own user experience on tablet, and Supernote keeps the software lean. I said okay, and I didn't argue. But when I look at what the Ink Hub is bringing to the tablet, to me, the Ink Hub, and it's still in beta, so we'll see how it looks once it gets done. But to me, it adds steps. So now to me, it looks like you're taking something that y'all tell me is always so intuitive and this and that, and it's turning into just as clunky as, well, not clunky, but it's turning into just as, you know, it's turning into what books' UI is, where you got to start digging through menus. Like, it took me forever to figure out how to put the plugins in, and come to find out, I needed to go to Reddit to grab a link to the software beta that I needed to load on my tablet, because the software beta that I got from Supernote is not the software that will let me put the plugins in. Because I thought I'm on a beta testing, I thought that was the beta, but apparently it's a certain software you have to have. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to Reddit to load this software. I don't want to do that. I think eventually, once it comes out of beta, it's gonna be as easy to load the plugins as it is right now if you want to go grab like stickers or a template. But then I see you're gonna be limited to 10 plugins on your tablet. So you're giving me open source, you give me community development. It's not like Remarkable. Remarkable, you can put as many mods as you want to put on your tablet. But now you're gonna limit the community plugins. And you're gonna vet the plugins, which is good. So now what it sounds like to me is they just got the community to develop their software, and they're going to curate what they're getting from the community. And it's going to be QC checked through them, where if they think this plugin is going to be up to their standards, they're going to allow it to be available. If it's not, they won't allow it to be available, and you only can put 10 plugins on your tablet. I think eventually the popular plugins that people are downloading the most, they're going to end up just developing in-house and baking it into the software. What we got? I saw something.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Jay, yeah, we know we have the Note Mini C, NA5C, and Note Max Gen 2 this year. For some, enough or soon enough that they put those three into their software. Alex, I think the Supernote is overrated. It's the big names that hype it up and confuse the general public when a remarkable pure one is needed. I don't know about every plugin. That's from Jay. Then Jay says there are some things that they definitely should build in though. A lot of the calendar stuff is a good example. I don't think Supernote is overrated. I do think it's a little too expensive, but it blah 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 blah. But it works extremely well. Yeah, Aaron, that will be an official plugin store, and then you can put in unofficial ones if you want.
That was going to be my next question. So when they limit me to the 10, because I was listening to Ed. If they limit me for the 10, I'm limited to only 10. But maybe that's sourced through the official store. But maybe the tablet will still be opened up where I can just go grab, like, I can create my own plugins and then load them on. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't want to say Supernote's overrated because it's a good tablet. So I don't want to say it's overrated as a reviewer. If you're asking Aaron personally, not reviewer, it's definitely overpriced. And um there are like 3 tablets I will pick up over it. To be honest with you, if I didn't buy the Manta to review it, to be able to make some content, and to be able to just know what they're doing as they evolve the tablet, I wouldn't have bought it. Like I wouldn't have bought it. I would actually like I got rid of the Nomad, and I don't use the Manta. I have to force myself to use the Manta because it's just I don't. If I want that much versatility, I go grab the books tablet. If I want a more focused writing experience, which I feel like I can get on any tablet, I'm definitely gonna pick up Remarkable. Like I'll rather use Remarkable than Supernote. It's not a knock on Supernote. It's a good tablet. It's just not for me. So, but you're right. It gets hyped up too much. When the Lumi came out, a Supernote content creator who's like Team Supernote, they got mad. No, no, they didn't get mad. They said because we were talking about the writing feel is great, the thing is faster, the screen looks amazing. Even if it's not Carter 1300, like we were saying, this thing is good, and they really couldn't say anything bad about the tablet. So they said, well, it's just too much hype surrounding this tablet. The EMR is just, I mean, the active is just, it's nothing like close to EMR. I mean, it might be good for active, but it's nowhere close to EMR. And I'm just like, dude, you're just reaching. You're just reaching for content. Like, I want to tell this person to stop reviewing books tablets. Matter of fact, I want to tell this person don't review any other tablet but Supernote. But who am I to tell that person that? I wish they'd only review Supernote though.
Jay says the one I keep hoping grows into my expectation is Viewoods. They're getting close, but their software is still too disconnected.
See, Jay likes to mess around with these people's software. I just use the tablet. So, I understand where he's coming from with iWoods or WeWoods. But so to me, when I pick up the WeWoods tablet after this last update, I'm like, oh, this is great. Because they're listening to the community and they're constantly they're building on their software. So I'm maybe if you're looking at a half glass full, half glass empty kind of situation, to me it's half full and it's filling up. Because they're with every update, they're adding something that we asked for. They're adding something that's useful. They're adding something that's making the tablet more usable. And for me, the tablet was usable 6 months ago, and today it has even more functionality. So I'm excited about the direction that the AI paper platform is going in. I almost sold the AI paper mini because I had to move, and I said, you know what? The move is something I'm daily driving. I don't need all of that functionality out of the smaller tablet. I was going to sell the AI Paper Mini and just eventually buy the larger tablet. And this software update popped up, and I said, man, I can't sell this thing now. Matter of fact, I need the larger tablet. And I worked out some things to get the larger tablet. So I'm excited about the direction that the AI Paper platform is going in. And to be honest with you, if I'm being honest, and if I had to rank these things, I'm waiting to see what the full size AI paper tablet experience is going to look like because I have a different use case for larger tablets. But, man, I, I if you're being truthful, the AI paper platform might be a little bit better than Supernote. It might be. It might be contending with the Supernotes and the books of the world. It definitely is more functional and remarkable in certain ways. So I will say that. So
Let's see here. Yeah, that's just wrong in my opinion. The USI on the 10.32 is really good. Yes, Jay definitely likes to mess around with those people's software. I think that's true about their software updates. What I don't like is that so far they lean too far towards being proprietary for me.
I see.
Javier says, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to use all three remarkables as my main once my Pure gets here. You're reminding me I need to jailbreak my Woods Mini again. Not again. Supernote is so open that I can't say Woods is better, at least not yet. Woods, we Woods get it.
Yeah, again, Jay messing with these people's software. See, I don't care. I don't care about how open it. Well, I don't care about how. I clearly don't care if the software is open or not because I'm using Scribes. But I just see. It sounds like I really hate Supernote, don't it? And I don't. I like the tablet. It's a cool tablet. I like the tablet. I actually am using it actually for I'm using it right now actually. I'm actually using it and I'm using a digest. You'll be proud of me. It's not a bad tablet. One thing I'm upset about right now is so I have this thing and it's time for me to go to. But I have this thing. So I have I have this thing right now. Me and Sweetie are working on a project. We are trying to index our entire fragrance collection, okay? And it's a task. So I found myself using 3 different tablets. So, or 3 different platforms. So I actually picked up the Note Max and started doing this. On the same day, I was like, sweetie, I'm gonna take these 10 fragrances, you take those 10 fragrances, and you start over there. I'm gonna start on the Note Max, you start on the AI paper platform. And I was doing it for 2 reasons. One, I need to do it, and then secondly, I'm making a video about how I'm using these tablets. And so I have those 2 platforms I started it on. And so then one day I was working on my book. After I got through working on the book, I said, well, let me grab, 10 more fragrances so I can continue the indexing process. And I just grabbed the RM2 because it was in my hand already. I was using it, so I just started doing it on that. So now I have 3 separate platforms that I have these notes, these handwritten notes of this information that I need to put in one place. And I'm using Books tablet to combine all the information in one place. Because how I use Remarkable and Books together, it's almost like it's in one ecosystem. I have the Remarkable app on my Books tablets, and I just export it to a notebook. Because I have, for the most part, my PDFs default to the Notes app, and then I can combine all that stuff. So I looked up and I'm using 3 different platforms. And I said, well, I might as well use Supernote 2, make it a 4th, so I can show how I can do this task on all 4 tablets. To make a long story short, my process is once I gather a certain amount of information, then I go from the e-ink tablet, I go to my computer, to Pages, and there I put in all of my information and I kind of structure it like a EPUB. It is an EPUB. I structure it as an EPUB and I export it off as an EPUB, created by me. I can put that EPUB on every e-ink tablet in this house except the Supernote. I don't want to say a Supernote. It could possibly be user error. But every time I put the EPUB that I created in Pages into Supernote, it tells me that it's not DRM free, so I can't use it. So I got to put that on there in PDF form.
Jay special. Good night, Mac.
Good night, Mac.
And what is DXB? That's where he's located. I don't know where DXB is, but that's where he is. Jay says, Aaron, yeah, see, Dominique and I need to build an index of all our fragrances. Jay, pretending I know anything at all about this use case.
He did say that.
Have fun.
The other piece is
I got to look up where that is.
I wanted to show how I use books for work. And this is the closest way because I can't show my work. So this is the closest way that I can show how I actually use the Books tablets because it's a lot of information gathering, different categories. So the only difference is once I show you guys this week is that this fragrance index, was it Denmark?
Dubai.
He told us that before, remember? Because he's been in a couple times. He told us that before. Yeah. Are you big on the Middle Eastern fragrances, sir?
Oh, that's weird, Aaron. We got to connect about the EPUB situation. I bet we can fix that.
Yeah, so when I throw the EPUB on, and like I said, it could be user error. It could be how I'm exporting as, um, it could be how I'm exporting it as an EPUB. So I'm not saying it's Supernote's problem, but every time I push the Supernote with the EPUB, it's telling me it's not DRM free, and I'm like, did I do something wrong? I push it to Remarkable, it's fine. Outside of my formatting, it's fine. I push it to the Scribe, it's fine. I push it to books, it's fine. I push it to AI paper platform, it's fine. I even push it to Apple Books on my computer. It's fine. But the EPUB on Supernote doesn't work. But let me see, because I should have more than just that one. And so this is how I want to know if it's me or if it's the tablet. Because if this one opens, yeah, see, none of my EPUBs open that are DRM free on my Supernote.
P.S. Now drinking an Avery Reverend Quadruple L, 10% alcohol. Or
Who's that?
J.
Yeah.
See if it works on books. It should work on Supernote. Something weird going on there.
It works on this. If it works on this, it should definitely work on Supernote.
That's good info, Mac.
What Max say?
He says not much, but I know there are some places that mix and match fragrance.
Because, I'm walking around here smelling like royalty. You know what I'm saying? King of Arabia. Smelling like Pharaoh. Ramses too. I like a little oud smell, incense, bergamot, patchouli, vanilla, golden amber.
It works on the XT ink. E-ink? XT ink?
Because it's an EPUB I'm creating from my software. Like, I could see if it was like an EPUB I bought from like a website, but it's like I sit here and look.
He says that's wild, and Mac is laughing at you.
Oh man, it works on everything but Supernote. Y'all know what that sound is. So, see what I'm saying? Like, the EPUB, it works on books, but it will not open. It will not open on, well, hold on, that was the PDF because that was in the Notes app. But let me go to my bookshelf because I have one that's an EPUB. All right, see? Sweetie, EPUB.
Mm-hmm. By the way, can we talk about how dapper Aaron looks tonight with this buttoned up I stand on business ass shirt? Ha!
I had a Zoom meeting today for work, so I'm going back to work this week. I had a Zoom meeting for work today, so I couldn't go walk around. And it's summertime, so I can't walk around with a hoodie on.
Jay, get away from me.
And this is usually, when I go to work, I have the collar shirt on. Well, and it's not like a collar. It's my work shirt is a collar shirt. So,
Jay, get away from me.
I couldn't be on a random Zoom call for work with a t-shirt and gold chains on. So, I put on a polo or something. And I came home, and then I took the shirt off to do some organizing, some stuff like that. And it was time to get on live, and the shirt was on the back of the chair, so put it back on.
What did he say? I guess I'd watch more of Kits and Dave videos to get much more confused about choice between Manta and RMPP. That's mad.
I tell you what, watch Dave's channel. If you really want to know which one if you really want to know which one to choose, watch Dave's channel. If you just want to be convinced about a Supernote, watch Kit's channel. Now, Kit, I like Kit. Kit just loves e-ink. So when you watch Kit's channel, man, whatever tablet is new, it's gonna sound like the best tablet. But his number one is always gonna be Supernote or the Note Max. But Kit just loves e-ink, man. So it's like he'll have a tablet he's talking about, and he's gonna talk about that thing, and you're gonna be like, man, I gotta buy this because it's gonna sound so cool, and it is cool. They are good. Like I said, I have about 15, 16 tablets, and I don't think I have a bad tablet here that I wouldn't recommend to somebody depending on their use case. It's just my personal use case is books and Remarkable. But yeah, man, Kit loves e-ink. And when like it was funny when the when the Paper Pro came out, he was like in love with it. And I feel like he likes the writing more than he should, but he had to catch himself because, he has to stay true to Supernote. But yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, that's going to be it for tonight.
Boy, you did some time today.
I did some time. What are we at? Where are we at? Oh man, we did 2 hours. Whoa. What'd Jay say?
Kit could sell snow to Eskimos.
I like watching kids non-e-ink reviews, man, because I like how he reads the script. Because I don't have an issue with any content creator getting paid and reading a script to get paid. I don't.
You guys don't let me go and get some sleep. This is too much fun.
I'm finna go to sleep. But look, well, I'm not going to sleep. I'm gonna be up. But look, this is the last thing about Kid. So it's funny because when you watch his e-ink channel or his e-ink reviews, I know some people like to say he's bought whatever. I don't care. If you getting paid, man, get paid. But you don't know if he's getting paid by. I don't think you know if he's reading from a script when it comes to some of the e-ink because he's just excited about everything, and I don't think he has an issue telling you something's trash. But when he's doing his other tech reviews, it's funny how he reads the script because he'll be like, "Okay, so they want me to say," and then he'll read it. And like, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because he'll say, "So yeah, they want me to say X, Y, and Z," and then he'll read it. But I also think that the guy will take these products that he believes in. Like I don't think Kid is trying to peddle me products that he doesn't use. I think that like he believes in the product that he's at least he likes it and would recommend it, or he'll tell you he wouldn't recommend it. I don't think he's just reviewing whatever tablet somebody sends him or whatever something somebody sends him. So
Kid making fun of Big Me gets me every time.
Oh, he don't like Big Me. Yeah, he don't like him. Matter of fact, he goes to grab that when he wants to show you everything wrong about e-ink. He grabs the Big Me tablet. Yep. Hey, but at least he doesn't do a review of like an AI paper tablet and then turn the AI paper tablet review into what Supernote is great at. I hate those reviews. Yeah.
Well.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more coffee before I get in trouble. Thank you guys for checking out the
nighttime cuteness for the night.
Is that the puppy?
Yeah.
That's the puppy. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for 2 hours. Jay, Alex, Javier, Mac in Dubai. I'm telling you, Mac, I smell amazing right now. Right now, I think there's definitely some bergamot there. Some sandalwood as well.
Who could you be talking about?
Nobody.
Are you Waha?
Definitely some sandalwood there.
Are you Waha?
I smell like the blazing desert sands mixed with the cool breeze of an ocean.
Somebody come get him. Please.
There's some citrus in there too. I smell amazing.
Do you still have on Waha? Or no?
No, I still got it on. So thank you guys for checking us out tonight. Everybody who contributed, you guys made our anniversary night live pretty fun and exciting.
Yeah, Mac.
Yep.
Nat. And some more people. I can't remember. But thanks.
Mac, you be safe out there flying the friendly skies. I tell you the same thing I tell my lovely wife here who flies those friendly skies as well. You guys be safe and have fun out there on your travels. And everybody else, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I might be a little grouchy because I go back to work Wednesday, so
Good night, guys.
I might be in a bad mood.
He won't. Good
I
night,
won't.
guys.
All right, thank y'all.